I guess we're gonna be on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'm a general contractor. My name is Joe Silva. I started my business about 21 years ago. And I started when I used to work at a construction company. It was called SC Construction. I got laid off. And basically, my wife was about 7 months pregnant. And she might have been closer to 9 months pregnant. But either way it goes, at the time I was pretty down and out, upset, and didn't feel like I wanted anyone to have so much control of my life that their decision would affect everything I had. And so I was like, well, fuck, this sucks. You know, waking up, going to work, you think you're all good. You know, you try to do things to make ends meet, and not every decision was always the best decision or the honest decision, but when you're young, you do dumb things and you learn from it. But at the end of the day, we wound up with me not having a job, and I started passing out flyers. Where I was working at, I was a supervisor for foundation and repairs, and they also had a department for interior repairs, which I was kind of learning here and there. And being a supervisor, I was able to go to different jobs and watch them and learn and understand how it works, because I was in the office. But at the end of the day, that inspired me, along with working at another construction company, was a foundation repair company, Ocean, and I was a supervisor there as well. But I guess really what I'm trying to say is, you know, there's nothing like working for yourself, but you know, the entire time, you can always be learning. There's so much about business that you have to learn, especially nowadays with the internet, YouTube, social media. The playing field has changed, and so now pretty much YouTube is going to be a big part of everyone's business. You've got to have a YouTube channel. For the most part, right? If you're good at marketing, you'll do good. You got to be good at management. Me personally, I've been in this for a while, and I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. But when I first started, I passed out flyers as a handyman, doing handyman services, tightening up doorknobs, painting here and there, touching up walls. Fixing leak repairs, cleaning gutters, trimming trees, taking out trash, whatever and anything that was easy. You know, I had a 72 Ford. I didn't know if that thing was going to start or not. It was 50-50 chance it would start every day. It was always a problem fixing it. But somehow my wife and I, we made it. We passed out flyers, and I guess within the first couple of days, I got my first lead. It was a small job. We wound up cleaning and doing small repairs for a couple here in Houston, the Briar Grove area. They were moving to San Antonio. And so I had a friend of mine that wanted help. Wanted work. And I asked him to help me, and basically, he and I went out there and we knocked it out. We did some door repairs, leak repairs, trimmed some trees. What else? We painted some stuff. I'm not sure what all. It was so long ago. But moral of that story is, that first job, in 2 days, I made $1,600. At that time, 20 years ago, my rent was $650. I paid him, like $300, something like that. Maybe $4. I don't remember what I gave him. He was just a worker. We had an agreement. It was my company. I'll start it, right? So, yeah, man, they gave us a $40 tip each, and I was super excited. I went home, told my wife, hey, look what we did. We started a company, and I made what I made in 2 days, what I used to make in 2 weeks. So I pretty much set fire into start my own business, and I had another client that actually to this day, we still talk. Miss Billy. Thank you for everything, Miss Billy. She started us. She had 10, maybe 11, 10 houses on one block. She got 11 in Livingston. Here in Houston, she had 10 houses, and what we would do is do her little make-readies. We'd go in and do repairs and paint, flooring, sheetrock, plumbing, electrical. You know, we do everything when her tenants would move out, and those jobs were, you know, $2,000 to $4,000 jobs, and you know, it kind of became this thing where we were her maintenance crew for a long time, and she helped us grow. We had almost a job there every month, sometimes twice a month, and you know, I would have 2 guys working with me, and kind of came into something pretty good. And what I'm trying to say is, I just want to share my experience on how I started, and I guess how I can help other people as well. You know, I've been doing construction most of my life, I guess. Shoot, I started in 2019, 2020. It's 2024, so almost 25 years I've been in construction. And so, yeah, man, I just want to get on here and share the life of a contractor, the day of a contractor. I'm gonna probably be doing this every day if I can, and give you guys some insight. I just wanted to give a little bit of background on my end. But, you know, progressively, I began to implement more things like Microsoft Word. I first started with Microsoft Word, doing invoices and estimates and contracts. That was brutal. That was the worst. That was hours and hours of tab and space bar and return and highlight and copy and paste it. Dude, it was crazy. But then I did that for, I don't know, a year or two, and then I finally said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna just make something, then I'm gonna print it out, and I would fill it out as I go, and then I would go to Office Depot and buy little receipts and give them a receipt, a written out receipt with a carbon copy. But at the end of the day, none of that was good for my taxes. So I started doing taxes with a friend of mine, John. What's up, John? Yan. And yeah, man, he got me into doing tax preparation for a few years when business was slow. During January through March, we'd, you know, make a couple grand or a few grand. That would help me offset my income during slower times of the year. Because, I mean, let's be up front, it wasn't always good. You know, it was hard when you first start. And yeah, man. So now I got, you know, a little understanding of QuickBooks. So I use QuickBooks now. But I've been using QuickBooks probably the last 10 years. And so with a lot of technology nowadays, I think I'm going to start implementing other apps like Jobber, House Pro, just to be able to learn how this can help my company and be able to understand the new versions of how things work. Because I mean, let's face it, I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot lately, you know, and I see these newer companies using these apps, and I want to be able to use these apps just to understand and experience it and see if it's right for me or not, you know. I think I've gotten to a point to where, well, let's go back. I had gotten to a point where I was like 9 guys, 10 guys working for me, going on more. But You know, I think in reality what's happened is on my end, it's been a lack of management, a lack of guidance, a lack of uh, moreover, not a lack of, moreover of too much being comfortable and just kind of relying on my guys to understand and do what they needed to do on their own, or I'd send them out there, explain everything, and just not go. You know, a few years back, I was, you know, get a little personal here. I was a little too much into drinking and just not really partying, but going out and having a good time. You know, I didn't do all that crazy partying like that, but I mean, I figured it was okay if I still got up and went to work. But at the end of the day, it wasn't. Over time, it affects your business. You have to stay committed. You have to be focused, and I mean fucking focused. You got to be on it. You got to always be looking for work. You got to always be looking for ways to get your company better. One of my strategies that allowed me to get too comfortable was my business strategy is working for investors. Now I've implemented a little bit more of commercial work, which is also good, pays good. But I do like working for investors because if you acquire good investors that have several properties, you guys stay working together for a long time, and you've got basically a customer that's going to be calling you every other month, once a month, every 3 months, every 6 months. It depends on how many houses they have, what they got going on. They might call you for personal homes as well. So it depends on what kind of relationship you have. But really what I'm trying to say is, you know, I want to share my experiences that I've had through these 20-something years of doing this. And I do it a lot already. I have a lot of friends that reach out to me for, hey, how do I start a business? You know, what should I do? How do I get customers? How do I price it? And so, you know, I've helped out a few people, basically starting with, hey, it's going to be your mindset. If you're not focused and you're not ready for this, it's probably not going to be for you, because there's going to be a lot of nights where you're going to be working late at night. You're going to be meeting customers. You're going to be on a job site. You're going to be working on estimates, maybe a contract or anything. Anything can happen. You can have excuse me, I'm in my shop. It's a little gnat. But yeah, you can have a lot going on and not be ready for it. So you just got to stay focused. And then right now, like, this is gonna be one of my first long videos, so we'll see how it goes. It's going okay, I guess. I'm here, right? And I'm kind of all over the place, but eventually I'll get better and more focused, and maybe I'll start writing stuff down and be more direct. But I kind of like being just out there talking on video. And I mean, if you guys have any questions, reach out, leave a comment, whatever. My number is 713-501-6096. I'm here in Houston. And yeah, I mean, again, I started easy. I went and got a DBA. I have a LLC, but I did an LLC for investing. Man, I guess that kind of leads into, over time, a couple years back, I started buying houses and flipping houses, and wasn't a whole lot, right? But I mean, I did several houses, and I've got one rental left. I was able to pay off a rental, sold that to pay off some debt I had. But you know, at the end of the day, you got to grow. You know, and if you're not growing, you're stagnant, or you're gonna get behind. Again, I was drinking and enjoying myself too much, and had a lack of management. And what happened was, I think what started happening was my quality of work started going down, right? And so the issues would come up, and basically my warranty, with customers that have a relationship is if it's a problem, call me, we'll take care of it. If for the more personal customers who have it, I mean, if it's fucked up, call me. We'll fix it. We'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. It's kind of my warranty there. But the reality is I started getting too many calls, and I started understanding that it was a lack of my supervision and me stepping away from my job sites too much. And so I've been going through that over the last year slowly. And I guess over this last year, I've also been a lot more, probably a year and a half, almost 2 years, a year and a half. I drink now and then, not like I used to. I don't party. I don't go out all the time no more. None of that. I've been more focused on the family and learning more about business, more about my mistakes, learning more about myself, learning that I need to take care of my health. There's been a lot of self-awareness lately, and this is going to be part of it. This is going to be me just sharing my journey on becoming a better person and just doing better in life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done some great things, some amazing things, and I have a beautiful family, a wonderful family, and my wife and I get compliments on how we raise our kids and everything. But we still have our flaws, and I'm not happy with myself. What I've done, so I'm changing things and trying to do things right. But I've always helped people and helped people start businesses, and I've always shared knowledge that I've learned, and I think that's really important in being a good person. So if you feel like this helped you, or if there's any way I can help you start your business, run your business, network, just reach out to me and let's see what we can do, because I'm always up for building relationships, and I believe relationships and business is really, really key to growing and to expanding and to getting more work and to being able to provide for all the families of the people that work for you, because in reality, this is not your business. This is everyone that works for you. It's their business, because every time you have someone that working for you, that's a family that relies on you to do right and to do good for them. And if you're out there fucking off and you're not dedicated like you used to be, well, you need to fucking fix it. You need to get straightened out, because these families rely on you. Like today's Christmas Eve, everybody's off, right? But today's Christmas Eve and they're with their families, and all year long they've worked and been able to provide this time with their family. And so, yeah, I mean, I think it's a big deal having a business. I think it's a big responsibility. I think some of us take it for granted. I think that's really why a lot of people go out of business. They take it for granted and they never realize what's going on. I think I've been blessed with family and health and having a business that I've got great customers that trust me and rely on me and keep calling me. I've made mistakes, and we've made mistakes, and we try to fix it. And it's all about how you handle these issues when they come up. So I think it's very important that you understand all the time what you're doing and who it's for. Okay, so that's it for today. Hopefully I'll make another one tomorrow. It's probably going to be the day after, because tomorrow's Christmas, or I may just shoot a Christmas video. So Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you.